yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this isn't technically the first time that I'm filming this video, because I did film it yesterday, but I filmed in front of my bookshelf because I thought I wanted to change it up a little, and I hated it. The sound was really bad, and my camera wasn't focusing, and it was an hour and a half long video. Anyway, we are doing it again. So I hope you guys are excited. Also, I saw yesterday that we reached 7,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to each and every one of you who's here and watching these videos with me. And I love you so much. And if you aren't already by any chance subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you here, and come be my friend on Goodreads, because then you'll see if I read these books. But yeah, I think that's it. So let's get started. Okay, actually one thing that I did kind of forget to mention is that I wanted to break down a little bit what books we have and what order we're going to go through them. So the first two books that I'm going to show you aren't technically books for me, so I think they are counted in the 23 books, but they're technically not for me. I will show you them though. And then we got a lot of new books that I got because Talia, which is the bookstore of my trust, had a huge sale, and my wish list was very long, so I did a little damage. And then I have 6 more books that I got off a used book reseller website, so those are really exciting. And I didn't count those in the 23 books, they're just extra. I also want to show you my 3 Fairyloot books of this month, because I did get them, and not everyone watches my Fairyloot videos, so I thought I'd include them in here, because I think this month's selection is really good. So let's get started with the 23 new books though that have never been on this channel before. Okay, book 1 that I got is Haunted Rain. Haunted Rain. Haunted Rain by Mona Casten. This is a German book, and it's a German author, and it's actually the second book in the Everfull Academy, I want to say. Maybe, yeah, Everfull Academy series. Now, I've talked about Mona Casten before, and unfortunately her books are not translated into English yet. I hope they will be one day. But she wrote the Save Me / Max Knoll series that I am obsessed with, and it's also a show on Amazon Prime. If you're in the mood for one, like Academy, enemies to lovers show. So she wrote this other series, Everfull Academy, and I haven't read this yet, but I believe, from what I know, it's about this girl with supernatural powers, and she goes to Everfull Academy to learn more about these weird powers she has. And your classic mystery romance unfolds from there. I think it's very dark academy, and apparently this book is really good because my mum loves this book. And as I said, this is the second one. It just released, and because it just released, it released has sprayed edges. Every single Ellie Hazelwood book has sprayed edges. Like, Germany is killing it with the sprayed edges. It's almost like too much. I don't know. But I really wanted to grab this, like, first edition spread edge for my mum, so I can give it to her for Christmas. She like loves my Fairyloots, so I'm really excited that she's gonna have her first super cute sprayed edge book in her collection. So yeah, I did get that, and German books were stupidly expensive. This was €20, which I think dollars is like a little more than euros than 1-to-1, so like I'd say like $24. Alright, and then the second gift that I got is this little book that makes great sounds. It is this tiny hardcover copy of a selection of Grimm's fairy tales. If you didn't know, the brothers Grimm, I don't know how you say it in English, or were German, and all these fairy tale origins. What all German? So I got this for my boyfriend's birthday. His birthday was in October. He's a Libra, which works really well with my Taurus if you're into astrology. Now, he wanted to read more short stories in German because he's like learning German, and when we were at the bookstore, he picked out this book as a gift from me, and it's got a few like of the most popular or the more popular fairy tales. I think it got Rapunzel, Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, Rumpelstiltskin, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and a few more. I think there's also some that I'm not even sure if they ever got translated to English. But yeah, I thought this book was kind of cute. It's like small and handy. I was kind of thinking if I should read you guys some of these German fairy tales, but I'm not entirely sure if you'd be interested in that, so do let me know. But yeah, that's that. I think these little figurines on the cover are all like the little characters, so I thought that was kind of cute. Okay, now let's start with one of the series I got. I got a few series, I will have to say, which, you know, ramped up the unhingedness of this video. However, with this one particular series, I held myself to get enough and didn't buy the entire series straight up, because that's a thing I love to do, as you're going to find out. But I picked up the first two books in the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. So we got The Brutal Prince of Brutal Prince, and we got Stolen Heir. So I believe this is the first, and this is the second book in the series. And I got these because just recently I've been so in the mood for dark romance. And from what I know about this series is that they're all dark mafia romance, which is actually not something I've read so far. these books. So I think this one follows two Chicago mafia gangs, the Griffins and the Gallows, that are rivals, and then to like make peace with each other. I think they marry off the daughter and the son from the opposing clans in an arranged marriage. So it's like an arranged marriage, mafia kind of trope, and I don't know, it's like cool, I feel, and I think these are fairly quick and easy reads, so probably pretty good as a nice little palette cleanse. At least kind of that's what I'm hoping these books are going to give me, but I did want to try them out before I got the entire series, which I'm so proud of myself, but we'll see. I also think I love a white book. I don't know why, like I love a white paperback in my shelf, so you know how to get it. And then probably the story I was like more intrigued by is Stolen Heir. And this is again about the Griffins, about that clan, so maybe the main character is like related to someone from the first book, I don't know, but she is the daughter of like the Griffins, like gangster boss or whatever, and there's Mikolai, who is some other gangster, and he wants to revenge his father's death at the hands of Nessa's father, I think. So he abducts Nessa and holds her captive in his mouldering gothic mansion, it says. You know, and that's why that plot starts. So, I don't know, I'm just down for good. That sounds wrong. Like, and a good abduction plot. No, but like, it's an intriguing storyline for sure. To like fall in love with your capture. Like, it's probably the most like morally grey plot that I've personally ever read. But we'll see. I am really excited for this series, I have to say. It just, I've heard good things, I will say. Okay, now to a book that I went through so much trouble for, which is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore. Now this book, I'll tell you, so usually Italia is my place to be for my book buying, and I pre-ordered this before release date, which was in the beginning of September. And now it's the middle of October, and my pre-order from Italia still has not shipped. So I got this on Amazon, which I usually like to, you know, support, even though it's a big bookstore, but I like to support my local bookstore. But I just like, I'm not gonna wait for any longer, because I put off reading the Cinnamon Spice Cafe, which is the first book in, I believe, the Dream Harbor series this is called. Till now I still haven't read it because I wanted to read it in fall, and I'm not going to wait for this book till next fall. I want to read it now, scavenger, and the scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better that the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, the undeniable chemistry might just be as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. Now tell me that isn't that cute. Also, I love the artwork, the books to look at, the cinnamon buns. I think these books are super duper cute. I did pre-order the next book, which is, I think, the Christmas something farm, the Christmas tree farm or something. Ooh, yeah, because that's coming out in December. I didn't mention this, but because I needed to include them in this video, but I did in the sale pre-order a few books. I think I pre-ordered the other editions of the Elsie Silver books. I pre-ordered Wild Side from Elsie Silver. I pre-ordered this book, and I pre-ordered the new Emily McIntyre from the Never After series, which is a dark romance, as I said before, but the, like, Ariel, the mermaid, like, Never After series is gonna come out, and I'm really, really intrigued because The Little Mermaid was, like, one of my favorite Disney stories ever, so I'm excited for that. But while I was pre-ordering books, like, it's a bit off topic, but I saw that the new Emily Henry and the new Ashley Poston have both been announced for next year, so I'm excited. Emily Henry is literally a must-buy for me, like, straight up, and so is Ashley Poston, so I haven't pre-ordered those yet though, so I'll see, we'll wait. But in the same category of, like, a fall vibes as the Cinnamon Bun bookstore, I got the Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst, and I've seen this quite a lot going around on BookTube and on BookTok. I really love watching Madison Cade, who's a, like, not ASMR booktuber, and he's currently reading it, and I, like, can't wait to pick this up because it looks so cute. It's just like a dead cute, cozy full cover. Someone's being so loud right now. Sometimes my neighbours are, like, so incredibly loud. I'm sorry, I hope you can't hear that. But back to this book. I'll read you the blurb, because even though I, like, read it yesterday, I forgot half the plot, and I could not explain it. So, a faraway island, a secret spell shop, an unexpected romance. I did the same thing when I said that yesterday, but for some reason, when I say a faraway island, in my head, like, I know I picked this up, and I know who I picked this up from, and, like, it's all your fault, because I, guess a tangent, but I pick up, like, accents and stuff, or speaking patterns of other people so quickly, and this is probably why I have a very strong Australian accent. I get told a lot I'm German, because my boyfriend's Australian, but sorry, I, like, once again got So, Keela has always had trouble dealing with people, and as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she hasn't had to. She and her assistant, Kaz, a sentient spider plant, have spent the last 11 years sequestered among the Empire's precious spellbox. But when the library goes up in flames, Keela and Kaz have to flee to the faraway island where she grew up. I swear my neighbour has elephants over. What the hell is going on? To Keela's dismay, in addition to a nosy and very handsome neighbour, she finds the Empire has been draining power from the island. Keela is determined to make things right, but opening up her own secret spellshop comes with its own risks. The consequence of sharing magic with others is death, and as Keela starts to make a place for herself, she realizes she must break down the walls she has kept so high. So if that doesn't sound like an incredibly can't be falling for a ghost, even an infuriatingly sexy one. But can Benji help Florence to realize love isn't dead after all? Now, tell me Ashley Poston wants to make a happy ending out of someone being in love with a ghost. So yeah, I'm incredibly excited because I'm hoping that I'm gonna love it. Alright, but now to the next book, which is a book that everyone and their mom and their dog read last fall, and I'm pretty late to this party, but I picked up Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. It is such a cute cover, and it's such a nice floppy book. Chef's kiss. I love floppy books, especially because it usually means they can very comfortably read it without cracking the spine, and I don't mind cracking my spine slightly. I'm not really stingy with it, but I realized the other day that my Harry Potter copies, they're just so, I lost the word, they have such cracked spines. It literally looks bad because they were so tightly bound, I think. Anyway, let's talk about this floppy book. So yeah, as I said, I think everyone read this last fall, so I'm late to the party here, but I just discovered Christina Lauren, the author duo, as one of my favourites this year. I've never read anything from them previously, so now I am. Alright. Maisie Sorensen is settling into an ambitious, if emotionally tepid, routine. Work hard as a new pediatrics resident, plan her wedding to an older, financially secure man. Keep her head down and heart tucked away. But when she runs into Elliot, Metropolis, the first and only love of her life, the careful bubble she's constructed begins to dissolve. Once upon a time, Elliot was Maisie's entire world, growing from a gangly, bookish friend into the man who coaxed her heart open again, only to break it the very night he declared his love for her. In alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Maisie grow from friends to so much more, spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favourite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until the chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Maisie's decade-long silence, and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. Now, truly, I didn't know too much about this book when I bought it. I'm usually not the biggest fan of dual timelines, but you know what? We'll give it a go. So I'm really excited. Alright, but on that note, I got another Christina Lauren book, which is this beautiful copy here of Tangled question or followed a crush on social media. What she has done, read a book or two, or three, okay, hundreds, taught herself to paint and build a working wind power system from scratch. But of all the books she's read, Wren has never found one that can teach a woman raised on a homestead and off the grid for most of her 22 years how to live in the real world. So when she achieves her lifelong dream of attending Corona College, it feels like her life is finally beginning. Fitz has the rest of his life mapped out. Graduate from Corona at the top of his class, get his criminal record wiped clean, ass himself off as the rich, handsome player who everyone thinks he is. He's a few short months from checking off step 1 of his plan, when Wren Gilden, with a cascading blonde hair and an encyclopedic brain, crashes into his life, and for the first time, Fitz's plan is in jeopardy here. But a simple assignment in their immunology seminar changes the course of both their lives, and suddenly they're thrown out of the frying pan and into the fire, on a road trip that will lead them in the most unexpected directions. When they're out on the open road, the world somehow shifts, and the unlikely pair realizes that maybe the key to the dreams they've both been chasing has been sitting next to them the whole time. Now tell me that's very, very cute. It's so sweet. Like, I love this plot. Also, I like having a immunology class, you know, so I can like dream this in my life. I always love when a book kind of relates to me. virtuous college. Isolated and ancient, it's not a place for timid girls. Here, secrets are currency, ambition is lifeblood, and strange ceremonies welcome students into the fold. On her first day of class, Laura Sheridan is thrust into an intense academic rivalry with the beautiful and enigmatic Camilla. Together, they're drawn into the confidence of their demanding poetry professor, Julia Fontaine, who holds her own dark obsession with Camilla. But as their rivalry blossoms into something far more delicate, far more delicious, Laura must confront her own strange hungers. Tangled in a sinister game of politics, bloodthirsty professors, and dark magic, Laura and Camilla must decide how much they are willing to sacrifice in their ruthless pursuit of knowledge. So yeah, I think it's a really interesting and fun dark academia fantasy. It also seems quite short because the fondness is huge. So really exciting. Alright, but now let's get back to Past Me. Okay, now this is a bit of a more random book purchase for me, but I got this gorgeous copy of Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, which I think undoubtedly is one of the most popular ever poetry collections that have ever graced the surface of the internet. Everyone loved these poems back in the Tumblr days. Now, this is the 10-year special edition, and I got it because it's just an absolutely gorgeous book. It's so pretty. I've seen some people on Instagram use it as a coffee table book, which I think you definitely could because it's very stunning in my opinion. But I actually started reading it. I don't know if you can see, I tapped it a little bit because I only ever read her poetry in on Instagram and stuff, and I never actually read the collection. And last year I got her a self-help writing exercise book, Healing Through Words, and a few of her poems are featured in that. And she talked about her background and stuff, so I thought that was really interesting. So when I saw this collection, I really wanted to pick it up because it's stunning, and I wanted to read the poems. So, as this is a 10-year edition, it's got a few photos of her writing process, and it's got her telling a story a little bit, and then you got the poems, but you also down here in red got little comments by either her what inspired the poem or other artists. So Healing the Words, the book, this is structured in the hurting, which is chapter 1, then the loving, the breaking, and the healing, and I think that's the OG structuring of the book. And then now it has an extra chapter which is called the Remembering, where she reflects in poems on the last 10 years. So this is all new poems in the back, but the front is just the usual. And you can see I've tabbed a few chapters are all about something else. So the hurting, the first chapter, is mostly about her relationship to her father, which is bad, this is also my current read, which is why my bookmarks in here. But we have the naturals, which is book 1. And then we have, I unfortunately ordered them in the wrong way. We got Killer Instinct, which is book 2. We got All In, which is book 3, and Bad Blood, which is book number 4. Now, I won't talk too much about these other books, but they can all follow the same plot. And I saw Medicine Kate, who I've just talked about before, read them, and I really, really love them. And I was watching Hanabu ASMR, another ASMR channel I really, really, really love, so check it out, the other day, and she was talking really, really highly about these books. And then I was like, you know what, I've been having them in the back of my mind for so long. It's time. I'm getting these books. And so I did. What can I say? I am very, very easily influenced, I will have to say. So, yeah, but really, actually, so far I'm really enjoying this book. I've read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes before, and I didn't really like the writing per se. They were just like average, like a 3-star, maybe 2-star reads for me. But so far, I'm really enjoying the naturals. We'll see, but it is her first series, and it kind of falls into like the YA crime / mystery genre, and a lot of people were comparing it to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I loved, and I've recently figured that YA romance and YA fantasy isn't particularly my topic anymore, so I thought, why not try YA crime? And this book follows, or this series follows Cassie, who is a natural, and the natural is the naturals. It's a group of teenagers who got recruited by the FBI, and they all have a natural, like, I don't want to say powers, because like they're more like gifts, you know. So Cassie, the main character, for example, is really, really good at profiling people. Just from observing people, she can like say a lot about them and what they're gonna do in their habits. Then there's one girl, I think, who can tell if someone's lying. I forgot the other ones. But yeah, they all have like interesting powers / gifts. And the FBI recruited them to like train them as like a special task force, I guess, to help solve unsolved cold cases with their gifts. And I'm not a lot further than that right now. Like where I'm in the book, Cassie has just gotten to like the academy where they're like training them, or their program. But yeah, basically they're, you know, trying to catch killers, and then like sign me up. On the back it says The Naturals is Criminal Minds for the YA world, and I was like, you know, that sounds really, really amazing. I love Criminal Minds. I don't know if we ever talked about this, but I'm intensely in love with Animal Crossing. Yeah, with that as well, but with Criminal Minds, it's kind of my comfort show. I've watched it in like German and in English multiple times, I'd say. So we love ourselves a good profiling. So yeah, the naturals. And so far so good. Actually, I've been really enjoying it. It's definitely YA. original language. Some like jokes don't translate and stuff. So I've been really wanting to reread that, and now I can. I'm really excited. Here's Eclipse, which is probably the worst in shape. It's got some like little marks and so like a little bend, but the spines are all fine on all books, and they look really good. It's glossy, as you can see. So yeah, I went on a tangent with a friend the other day, and we were talking about Stephanie Meyer, and like, so like two things I thought it was like really intriguing. So first, we were talking about that she's Mormon, because I had like a discussion the other day, and I love The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, by the way. Chef's kiss. I love that show. Anyway, and it was like talking about how if you know that she grew up Mormon, a lot of things that happen in the book and a lot of the like plots, like Edward not wanting to, you know, have sex before marriage, there's like a lot of Mormon beliefs and how Mormon act in the book, because I guess she like subconsciously wrote a lot of her own experiences into it, and I thought that was really interesting. Ever since watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I am really, really interested in like Mormon culture and stuff. I just find other religions to be an extremely fascinating topic that I like love to learn more about. So I thought this was quite interesting. But the like bad thing I heard was that half the characters are named after actual people in her life, and then Jacob, love interest Jacob, is actually her brother's name. And I was like, ma'am, like girl, what the fuck? Are we for real? Now I'm not sure if I can get this out of my head while reading these books again. And I think Victoria is her stepmom. Like, tell me how you really feel. Crazy. I think Seth is also her like brother or stepbrother, but her little brother. And I don't know, it's just like crazy to me. Yeah. Someone else saying she named Jacob, because in the beginning he wasn't supposed to be a love interest, he was just supposed to be a good friend. But I was like, no. It's weird, okay? Anyway, while I show you my last book, I'll tell you my unhinged, because that's kind of the topic of this video. My unhinged Twilight fan theory, or like, is it a theory? I don't know, so we got Breaking Dawn. Like, perfect copy, it just looks like that because we're holding it weird, but literal perfect copy here. And to think that for this series I paid like €8.50, including shipping. Stunning. Anyway, I'm just like assuming here that we all know what Twilight is about and we all watched it, but if you don't want a spoiler right here, like, skip ahead. But so my like theory, okay, this is really unhinged, but I was asked the other day if I'm Team Edward or Team Jacob, and while I love the story how it is, I have to say I'm Team neither. And see, I have a really, really odd theory here, and do not hate me if you're not of my opinion, okay? But I think, personally, this is unhinged, okay? That Bella should have ended up with Emmett. Now, I can hear you gasping. I can hear it. Let me reason with you, okay? So, first of all, I think that Bella is like really, really like introverted, but you can kind of tell that she's got like a lot of fire in her, you know, like she wants things, she goes after the things she wants, you know, like the persuasion this girl had to get fucking laid. Yeah, no, she was brave, okay? She was gonna do the nasty with a vampire, okay? And she was like, no, like, I don't care if I die. I want this dick. And like, girl, same. But I think that Edward is a little too softy for her, right? And I think ultimately in the whole plot he's like holding her back, because when she's a vamp at some point he's always like, no, you're gonna like break. He's like not supportive at all, like even with the whole sex thing, you know. He just like never trusts her to be like an independent woman. And see, I think Emmett would have pushed her so much more in that sense. Like, I'm just seeing it as like Freya, right? She was just like this timid girl and then met someone to protect her, Tamlin. And that's like my Edward and Bella pairing. And I think Emmett could have been a Reese who just like really pushed her to be like the best, most confident and badass version of herself. Like with Emmett, she would have like killed the Volturi, like sight unseen, you know. Like if that would have been her villain arc, her like bad bitch queen arc. And Jacob and Edward, like literally both of them, they're just too lovable. Like they're both just like running after her and ultimately not like supporting her in her being a really brave character technically. So yeah, you know, Belle and Emmett. Maybe on the flip side though, I do think that Rosalie and Edward would have been a perfect match. Like, I don't know, so listen, okay? Like, Rosalie is such a strong woman, but she also went through so much trauma. And I think what she needs, you know, is more of a like introspective, thoughtful guy that maybe is a little more protective of her and helps her through her trauma and can like relate to that a little more. So I think, you know, Edward and Rosalie, that would have like slapped so much harder. I don't know, so if anyone has ever wrote an Edward and Rosalie and Emmett and Bella fanfic, like do let me know. I want to read that shit. So yeah, that's my unhinged like thought about Twilight. But you know, we're doing Fantasy Girl Fall, so I really want to read these. And I'm excited. Even though she ends up with Edward, I'm still excited. And I'm very excited. I want to show you the entire series together. I'm excited that I got the entire matching collection now. It's gonna look so good on my bookshelf. And I'm happy that the editions match. Like non-matching editions. Or like series is literally one of my book icks. Alright, but now let's get to the other series that I got of Mimox. Mimox, such a funny word, like you thought of that. Mimox. The next series that I got is Cassandra Clare's Clockwork Angel. Now, I got all 3 books, but I unfortunately, and you can see it, effed up with the editions. So we got the first book, which is Clockwork Angel, as this blue side edition. And then unfortunately we got Clockwork Prince as this glossy cover edition with no character on the side, which is slightly annoying. And then we got the last Clockwork Princess, again as this like nicer blue one. I think I prefer this one, so maybe I'll have to go back and get the second one at some point. But also I haven't gotten these stickers show, I love the books, and like Magnus and Alec is my Roman Empire. In every single story I ever read, I look for a romance like Magnus Payne and Alec. I crave a relationship like this too. I don't know, like they're literally my Roman Empire. I rewatched the entire show just for those two. Like I literally couldn't care less about Clary, like Magnus and Alec. Like the greatest love story ever written. Ever on a show. I don't know, I don't care, like they are my top tier couple ever. So I don't know why I never again picked up anything else by Cassandra Clare. I do also have her newest release. I forgot how it's called. Something Sword. Anyway, but yeah, I never picked up this prequel. But I heard a lot of people talk about this lately. I believe it was also a book NOOO had mentioned. But most importantly, and you know, credit where credit's due, I'll fully admit I'm a fangirl and I'm influenced. I saw Hailey Jean read them, and she lately, on her last reading wrap up, gave the first book 5 stars, and I was like, 5 stars? Like, sign me up. I need a 5-star read right now. I need good fantasy 4 books. Fantasy girlful, I cannot do that anyway. So I was like, this is perfect, because then, like after this, I can once again rewatch Shadowhunters. What more do you want? And then I can read the new Cassandra Clare. So yeah, I unfortunately can't read the blurb because there's stupid stickers above it. But I think, so I don't know much about this series, but from what I read is that it follows Tessa Gray, who I believe, if I remember correctly, is Clary's mom. So we all know how that story ends, but I'm really intrigued to like hear more about this, because I don't know, Shadowhunters, like I just love the world, like the whole demon and demon hunting and Shadowhunter, like it's so good. I like magic. I don't know, got everything I want. So I'm incredibly excited over this. I think it's also a love triangle because, like we all know, she was like in love with like Clary's actual dad and that other guy. So I forgot who that was. I really do need to rewatch it because it's been a while. It's been a while. And I read the books when I was super young. I'm not sure if I ever read the last one. But like I read them when I was really young, probably like when it would have come out. Yeah, looking at these, I think there's like 6 books in the Shadowhunter series, and I'm pretty sure I only read 4. So I'm missing something here, but I mean, this is the prequel. Maybe after this we can reread Shadowhunters. That would be fun, because I did only read them in German. But yeah, that, my friends, were the second-hand books that I got and that I'm really excited about. I kind of want to really read them now, but I kind of feel like, because I got so many other like more expensive books, that I owe it to them to read them first. Maybe that's just a Lulu. But okay, because I want this to be a long, like nice, relaxing video for you. Those are all the like never seen before books that I like just acquired. However, I will show you my Fairyloots, which of whom you've only seen one so far, because I did film the unboxing for the adult and the young adult book, but my microphone was not connected to my phone, so I only had my phone audio, and I was like, I cannot do that to you guys, so I need to refilm it. years when the head seer offers Ceres an opportunity to serve the half-king, a young man who rules by day and turns to shadow at sunset. As a firstborn son, the king bears his bloodline's curse and is destined to vanish completely upon his 21st birthday. While searching for a way to restore him, Ceres finds a kindred spirit in the mysterious young ruler, and with his help discovers a startling revelation about herself that unlocks a powerful set of gifts. But the truth comes with a price, for she's no oracle, but instead the product of a union so forbidden its discovery would sentence her to death. Despite her tainted origins, Ceres might be the key to restoring order to the land and saving the man she's quickly growing to love, if she can outlive those who sworn to destroy her. And now, look at this stunning art and tell me, that didn't sell you on this stunning romantasy. You can get this as a paperback, but do me the favor and pick it up. It sounds so good. Now to the YA, because I'm still on the YA subscription, is this gorgeous book, which is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle, who's also the author of Twin Crowns. I looked that up because I recognize the name. And this is another stunning copy here. And the premise of this sounds actually really good. So, we have the fantasy racks here. Now, the blurb. In Phantom, a kingdom of cobbled streets, flickering lamplight, beautiful buildings, and secret catacombs, shade magic is a scarce and deadly commodity controlled by two enemy guilds: the cloaks and the daggers, the thieves and the assassins. On the night of her mother's murder, unfortunately someone put their dishwasher on or something, but I'm almost done, so I hope no one's bothered. Okay, 18-year-old Seraphine runs a fire life, seeking sanctuary with cloaks. Sarah's heart is set on revenge, but are her secret abilities a match for the dark-haired boy whose quicksilver eyes follow her around the city? Nothing can prepare Sarah for the moment she finally comes face to face with Ransom, heir to the Order of Daggers, and Ransom is shocked to discover that this unassuming farm girl wields a strange and blazing magic he has never seen before. This is an enemies to lovers romance, and it's safe to say that this copy is really cute, and the promise of this book is just, as I said, I am obsessed with the promises of all these books. They just sound so promising, and this might be the first month where I'm actually reading all my Fairyloots in one go. I'll call it, okay? We will see. Alright, but now to the last Fairyloot one, and this is the adult one, but not less gorgeous, is the book Gods Below by Andrea Stewart. Stewart. And now this is once again an absolute gorgeous copy. I love when the theme of the entire book matches, the cover and the spine goes so well together. And I think they really killed it with all three editions. They're all gorgeous. And these books are so perfect for fantasy girl fall. So perfect. I think they're literally basically all romantasies. So, alright. Gods Below. After divine war shattered the world, humanity struck a pact with the god Kulun. In return for a regular tribute of magical gems, Kulun would restore the world to its former glory. But as each land is transformed, so too are its people changed into strange new forms. If they survive at all, Hakara is not willing to pay such a price. Desperate to protect herself and her sister Rasha, she flees her homeland for the safety of a neighboring kingdom. But tragedy strikes when they're separated, and Okara is forced to abandon Rasha to an unknown fate. Yet, when Okara discovers she can channel the power of the magical gems, she's invited to join a clandestine plot to destroy the God Pact. To win Okara to their cause, the conspirators reveal a startling secret. Rasha is alive and they can help rescue her, but only if Okara goes to war against a god. Okay, and if that wasn't enough to convince you to read this book with me, look at this character art. We got a man with wings, love interest, and he's dark and he looks like he's brooding. Like, come on, like tell me that doesn't sound great, because I sure think that this sounds amazing. So that's everything. Oh my god, an hour and a half later, those are all the books that I recently got. Okay, within 2 days, and my boyfriend was like, seriously, you've got 2 massive stacks of books. And I was like, you know, I can never have too many. It turns out you can't have too many, because unfortunately this entire stack of books is not going to fit on the windowsill, because I would literally have to open a 3rd huge book stack up there. So these are for now going straight to the bookshelf, and I will be changing this up a little bit, but I'll tell you more about that in a future video of mine, so keep your little eyes peeled for that one. I have a lot of amazing or like really fun book videos planned. I have like so many ideas right now, because little life update, but I did just finish my exam, my OChem exam, and I think it went really well, so I'm proud of myself, I'm happy with myself, and I finally have some more time to care about YouTube. So yeah, we're back, baby, and we're starting into a month for the next videos to come. So yeah, thank you so much, my loves, for watching this video, for hanging out with me. Again, thank you so much for 7,000 of you guys on this channel.